Let's change the trophy back to the Aquilia. Ooh. So many cool colors. I think the one I want is that Legio Aforum. But I don't... I wish I hadn't just read that. Damn. But yeah, we'll go with the blue for now. I kind of like the stark contrast between myself and my own troops. Though at the same time, I'm upset I'm not red. Let's change that back. I want to be red. I will be stoic. My legion can be bright. There we go. I'm stoic. They're bright. Cool. Oh wait. Indeed. So now, as you can see, our this is our camp. As you can see, our shield has changed to meet the new symbol we picked, and so is our legionaries. They are now the Imperator symbol. So as you can see, our choices matter.
Dominate.
Let's speak to the Primus Pilus.
I have prepared a list of the most outstanding legionari for you.
So when recruiting Centurions for your legion, pay attention to their class and their command specialization, the diamond-shaped perk. Each battle may be suited to a Centurion that with a particular class or command specialization. You'll be well advised to recruit one Centurion of each class and each command specialization to ensure that you always have someone well suited to lead any given battle. As you use your Centurions in battle, they will earn points towards unlocking more specializations. The Centurion chosen to command battle will get more points than others. So we basically have a bunch of people we can recruit. All of them have a loyalty, a class, a name, of course, and then their perks. So I just took whatever I wanted last time, but I think this time I'm actually going to make decisions a little bit more... I'm going to try and pick people who are indifferent and up, but not take anyone who's a little bit annoyed with us. As good as that could be. So we've got Aveles here, is a logistics specialization who is reckless. Commander Legion, in battle, a reckless Centurion will increase your aggression by 20, decreases your defense. The lifestyle skips half their meal. Skips their meal half the time. I don't know about you. We've got a infantry specialization who's a freeloader. Huh. He's also reckless though. Artillery specialization and is a Sagittarius. Cautious and social. Well, actually, we will hire you. This Velis here who's pleased, we will hire him as well. Because you can have up to 4 Centurions early on. We currently do not have that big of a fighting force, but a lot of our soldiers are injured. So we've currently got a infantry specialist and an artillery... Sorry, we need an infantry specialist. Only infantry specialist is this guy, so I guess we will also take him as well. We now need a cavalry specialist, and here we go. I'm not going to look too deep into it just yet, but we are actually going to spend 1,000 denarii to... Ooh, that's... You know what? I will spend that to get my men up, just because...
We're a little bruised after the ambush, but Mytilene is poorly defended from a land assault. And this time, they won't catch us with our pants down.
Archelaus is mine. Once the main defensive force is neutralized, I'm taking my people into the city to kill him myself.
Such a display would certainly be good for morale. Let's plan our attack once we have the region under control. I will prepare the Legion to march on your orders.
What do you need?
Okay, so everyone, we have spoke to everyone. We have gotten spent skill points. Let's do the quest quickly to get that. Here we go. Party management. Skills. We could get some extra health. We could get flawless defense, which would be very good for us. Not gonna lie, I really wish I had bull. I really wish I could get bull rush, but I need to spend 5 points in this tree. I get hardened. I am gonna get myself more health. So Aquillius, sorry, we'll get him. We get jury rigged so he can repair his shield if it breaks. Okay, so we could. He adds ability to poison. Or we could get field medic so he heals more. We could also give him increased... You know, we'll get field medic. I kind of want to make him my medic right now. Velis? Sorry, Bestia. We'll get dodge. So we can make him a little bit more... We can make... So we can just live a little longer. I'm gonna get interrupt up. Oh, she doesn't have unspent. Oh, she's actually. Oh, I may have messed up a little bit there. She's gonna be a little bit behind us in terms of XP. Okay, no, I can accept that actually. Okay, so that is our Primus Pillus. We're gonna go talk to him in a second. We're gonna go talk to the Prefectus first and get a little bit of conversation going.
Are we? Shall we talk about how to improve our legion's camp? I have some ideas.
What kind of upgrades do we need to make?
In my opinion, we should start by establishing an armory. We'll need a smith to staff it, but we can deal with that once we have the necessary equipment. We should also get you some better furnishings. Minucius Thermus took most of his property with him when he relinquished his post.
Perhaps Sextus could be convinced to join us as our blacksmith.
That's a good idea. Prima Italica could probably spare him. They have others in their camp who could take his position.
An armory would allow me to procure weapons for my Patrone guard.
Precisely. Later, I would advise you to establish a proper stockpile and build a workshop to outfit the Legion with siege equipment and such. For now, we just need to make sure we have someone who can forge a good sword.
What kind of furnishings do you think my tent needs?
Well, it seems to me you are a more hands-on kind of commander than Thermus was. If you spend much time in the field, you'll need certain supplies. Peeler to throw, posca to drink, bandages for your Praetorian guard. With the right improvements, we will be able to keep you well stocked.
What do we need to build these things?
We must gain control of the resources necessary to construct and maintain these things. We need iron for an armory and probably lumber to furnish your tent. Either way, we will need a tannery. Unfortunately, Lesbos is a very small island without much in the way of these resources. Once we leave this island and begin to take back the mainland, deploy the Legion to capture mines, lumber mills, tanneries, or farms. Come and see me again when we control some of these resources. Then we can start the planning.
Carry on, Ignatius. Go talk to the Primus Pillus.
All is well, I hope.
Yeah, that's essentially the mechanic that we're going to be learning about once we're off Lesbos.
Our way, Legate.
How was morale among the Legionari?
Morale has been better. Many Legionari seem disillusioned by the progress of the war. But the situation is far from unsalvageable. I believe a few victories is all the men need to rally around your command.
Give me a report on the Legion's manpower.
We're not at full strength, but we have enough men to get things done. If a battle awaits us, we will manage. I should also note that we have quite a lot of people injured from the recent fighting. As soon as they're back in action, we'll be in better shape.
Be well, Tullius. Now, as far as I know, there is no time limit like there is in the other expedition games. But I'm going to try that by by doing something I didn't do originally. And that's an outpost assignment. There are facilities you've added to your Legion outpost which require a Praetorian to be assigned to them. Some are grayed out because you haven't built them yet. Assignments take time, so just leave your Praetorians here where you travel. You'll be notified when the task is complete, at which point you can return to the camp and pick them back up. To see which upgrades are available to build in your outpost, switch the upgrades tab here. This upgrade tree shows you all the available upgrades to your outpost. Each upgrade requires that you already have the upgrade before it in the tree, and that you've already built the previous tier in the same upgrade. Upgrades also cost world map resources. Click on upgrade, unbuilt upgrade to see its cost. Set your legions to capture farms, tanneries, iron mines, and lumber mills. And then the customization. So we've got like palisades, all the way up to like a foundry, like factories, some stone walls. don't really make much sense, because why would we have stone walls and a tent that keeps, like a camp that keeps moving? But, sure, you know, I mean, why not? But there's loads of good stuff in here that we need to get.
Can't believe that idiot led us into an ambush.
But we can actually apply, so leave Patrone here to refresh the available recruits. Available recruits. Oh, no, this doesn't do what I thought it did. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. This actually doesn't do what I want.
Bush like that.
Then
We won't have to deal
let's
with
just
this
leave.
anymore, at least.
Let's see if there's any talking we can do, and if there's not, no, there won't be. Let's get out of here.
I just want to charge the walls of Mytilene and cut down every last Greek within that city.
If what I hear is true, you won't have to wait long. The higher-ups are planning a swift counterattack.
Leave. Now, I don't know how long we'd have to wait for our injured to return. Though having those men back would actually make a little big difference. Your legion is now ready to capture the outpost near Mytilene. To deploy the legion, press left alt to enable highlights. If you haven't already, then click on the icon labeled Mytilene Garrison. The mission information window showed you the mission's difficulty, supply cost, and how long it will take. This is a battle. The Legion will lose men on the mission. As the game progresses, you will gain more ways to tip the odds in your Legion's favor. For now, your only option is to attack. Click the attack outpost button. They have, so at the moment, this is obviously telling us it's going to take an hour and 25 minutes, take at least 1,200 manpower. We've currently got 3,028. And the enemy army strength is currently at 1,450. We do currently, though, have minus 20 morale, but let's attack. And, pause. Legio Victrix, or Lego Victrix, attacks the Mytilene rebels in the Mytilene garrison region. Resolve the battle. Choosing your commander. The first ever battle to choose which centurion should command it. Different outcomes are predicted for each centurion based on their class and the command specialization. Make your choice based on their prediction. Insubordination risk is based on the approval of the centurion. Insubordination can result in loss of resources or men going missing after the battle. High legion morale can outweigh a commander's low approval, vice versa. Success chance shows you how likely the centurion is to win the battle. Survival chance warns you how likely the centurion is to survive the battle. You want the numbers to be high. Manpower retained and loot amount are ranges of probability. The further to the right, the better, and the larger the bar means more uncertainty. So these are our men. So it looks like at the moment, this guy has the highest chance of living through the battle. They all have a perfect chance of completing and winning the battle. But only this guy has a 100% chance of surviving. He would also retain somewhat near enough the most manpower, but he doesn't have a good loot percentage. But there is also no insubordination. However, so that's what Lebo. We've also got Urulus, who is not an infantry specialization, so he does have a low chance of dying, 11% chance of dying, which is pretty high, but he has a very good loot amount, and the same with Quintius. The difference is Quintius has an insubordination risk, so we're actually going to go with Iccius Aureus, and we're going to see if he can lead us to victory and get us that good old loot. So this is essentially a risk that I'm willing to take.
We are ready to deploy the Legion.
Each phase of a battle starts with the selection of a stratagem. When you hover over the stratagem, its predicted effects will be shown on the numbers on the top bar of the strength, or top bar on the strength bar. Battles are inherently unpredictable affairs, and the stratagems available to you each time are randomly drawn. To expand your options, upgrade your stratagems, construct a workshop in your outpost, and assign a Praetorian to it. This bar shows your legion's strength against that of the enemies. So yeah, this is still in the wrong place. It's meant to be there, but whoever has the most strength left of the battle will win. Strength also changes throughout each phase based on your chosen commander's trait, and the changes get bigger with each passing phase. And the scatter threshold is there. Yeah, they don't seem to have fixed this from the demo. Shows the point at which enemies will be completely destroyed. Aim to reduce their strength to this point, or the remaining forces will just join their allies. So these are all the things we can do. We've got a weak center. Leave your center weak to allow the enemy to concentrate in their attack here. then envelop them with your tactical reserves. By extended line, deploy your manipulars in a single line that extends beyond the enemy formation, a cautious formation that protects your flanks. We've got the manipul channels. Leave open channels between your maniples to direct enemy heavy cavalry, chariots, or war elephants away from your infantry. A bold but risky tactic. And if I remember this battle myself, I'm actually going to do this one. Apparently, I remember this completely wrong because they do not have chariots this time. Yeah, we're actually doing a lot better than I expected then at this time. Ow. Luckily, they're taking a lot more battle attrition than we are. Ooh, loot range increased. Nice.
Our legion has engaged the enemy.
Okay, so we've now got throw pillar, hold position, and charge. So throw pillar, Ikaite pillar. As soon as you are within range, order your legion legionary to hurl the pillar at the enemy before rushing. Hold position, Curinge frontem. Order your legionary to brace their shields on the ground. A safe and orderly tactic, but the men do not like restraint. And charge. Command your manipulars to charge the enemy line. This bloody engagement tactic will inflict heavy casualties on both sides. I'm going to go with throw pillar. So it does ruin our defense a little bit, but it's a loss of defense for an immediate, killing, starting to kill of the enemy. They also have a crap ton of morale. We have no morale and no experience, so anything to give us some advantages. Okay, we can do this. Yeah, it looks like this phase is maybe against us. Still do not understand this battle mechanic too well. Apparently, we've hit the loot threshold, the scout threshold.
The enemy line is breaking.
If you can push your advantage, you will be able to deliver a devastating blow to the formation. So we could hold position, cavalry charge, or divide and conquer. So we could either, this could be a ruse, command your legionary to hold the position and exploit this momentary reprieve to evacuate the injured. Cavalry charge and forth your equites to charge the enemy lines where it's weakest, destroying their fighting spirit and sending their formation to chaos. And divide and conquer, exploit the chaos in your enemy's ranks by dividing the forces into several smaller groups that can be easily defeated in detail. Send forth the cavalry.
Equites! Activity!
I definitely need to learn more about the battle mechanic, because this battle went so much worse than when I originally tried it. Okay.
The enemy is rooted.
We have been completely victorious. We could either celebrate, show mercy, or give chase. So we could either allow the enemy to retreat, then give your legionary leave to celebrate their glorious victory with wine and song to raise their spirits, which would be very useful to get that morale up. Show mercy, apprehend the injured or surrendered enemies, but ensure them no further harm will come. To them. Some may accept a commission with your legion, and give chase. Press your advantage by overrunning the enemy positions and cutting them down as they flee, so they will not live to fight another day. We're gonna celebrate. And one of my men died. I had a feeling one of them would. The day is yours. If your enemy's manpower was reduced enough, their army will scatter. Otherwise, they will return to join the nearest army allied to them. You may have earned some tribute from your loot your people have claimed from their fallen enemies. If so, claim your rewards before you proceed. Vampire Centurion status. You should take a moment to look at your screen to see what changed during the battle. Pay special attention to your legion's remaining manpower and check if any of your Centurions were killed in the fighting. Seems that my cavalry guy was died. I'll need a new cavalry general. So, I don't know why I lost those defenses or why I didn't win the attacks. Something I'm going to have to hope I understand. And we got some common loot. A shame, I was trying to go for the more improved loot. But we got some morale, got some experience, and we didn't lose too many men. My base is over here now. Oh no, yeah, I've got to go to my own camp. Let's go. I was about to say, wait, where do I have to go? No, I've got to go to my own camp. That's good. Okay.